Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. What I'm about to reveal isn't something most men ever notice, and missing it could cost you the woman you secretly want. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt that twinge of curiosity, that almost electric jolt when a woman greets you? Not a casual hi or a nod across the room, but something that makes your chest tighten without warning. That hesitation, that tiny spark, it's her way of telling you something her lips might never say out loud. And most men completely overlook it, because they think greetings are meaningless. They're not. Every subtle gesture, every shift in her tone, every glance that lingers just a fraction too long is loaded with meaning. I need you to understand this. Greetings are never innocent when interest is involved. That quick, "Hey," as she leans just a little closer, or that soft laugh as her eyes meet yours, it's her subconscious inviting you in. She's offering a door, a subtle but powerful signal that she wants to see if you notice her. And if you do, everything changes. Your awareness alone shifts the dynamic from casual to magnetic, from ordinary interaction to something charged with tension and potential. Before we continue, pause and reflect. Think about the women in your life who do this, who have ever given you a greeting that felt different. That's your starting point. That's the moment she's testing whether you are awake enough to see what most men will never notice. And once you recognize this, you're no longer just a passerby in her world. You become someone she can't ignore. Now let's go deeper, because noticing her greeting is only the first step. Understanding what it truly means is where most men fail. When a woman secretly likes you, the way she greets you is layered with unconscious signals that reveal her emotional state, her interest level, and even her intentions. And trust me, if you read them right, it gives you an almost unfair advantage. The first thing to observe is eye contact. Most men think eye contact is simple. Look her in the eyes, smile, move on. But when she secretly likes you, it's different. Her eyes will linger just slightly longer than normal, like she's holding back a thought she's dying to share. There's a softness there, a warmth that isn't polite, it's personal. She may glance away quickly, but it's a calculated retreat, an unconscious dance that says, "I notice you, and I want you to notice me too." Men often miss the microsecond flicker of interest in her gaze because they're trained to look for obvious signs, touch, laughter, bold words, when the real signals are whispered in milliseconds. Then there's the tone of her voice. A greeting is rarely monotone when attraction is involved. Notice the inflection, the slight rise at the end of a word, the breathiness, the way her energy changes just by saying hi. Women subconsciously modulate their voice when they like someone. They become more melodic, lighter, playful, and engaging. If you hear that subtle shift, it's a direct cue that she's investing attention in you. Most men hear it, but don't interpret it. They smile politely, completely unaware that she just handed them a clue about her feelings. Next, pay attention to physical spacing. When she likes you, she may lean in just a touch, or subtly orient her body toward yours, even when it seems casual. She's subconsciously closing the distance, creating intimacy without saying a word. Men dismiss this as coincidence or habit, but women don't do this randomly. It's a signal, a test to see if you respond or retreat. Your reaction here is critical. Step closer confidently, match her energy, or maintain presence without overcompensating, and you immediately signal that you're attuned to her cues. Finally, consider the timing of her greeting. Does she approach you immediately, or does she wait just enough to draw your attention without seeming eager? Women with interest control timing instinctively. They create tension, anticipation, and curiosity. If you notice the pattern, you begin to see her attraction not just in one greeting, but in a series of intentional subconscious choices. Each moment is a puzzle piece revealing her hidden desire. Understanding these signals is a game changer. Most men stay blind, never connecting the dots, never realizing the woman in front of them is inviting them in. But once you see it, you're no longer reacting, you're participating. You're reading the cues, decoding the interest, and positioning yourself as someone aware, someone magnetic, someone she can't ignore. Now, let's get into the body language that practically screams interest, but almost every man overlooks it. When a woman secretly likes you, her greeting isn't just in her words or her tone, it's in the way her entire body communicates before she even says hi. And if you can learn to read this language, you'll see signals that are far more honest than anything she might say. First, notice her posture and orientation. She won't stand flat or closed off. Her shoulders might tilt slightly toward you, her chest subtly open, her weight leaning forward ever so slightly. This isn't conscious, it's instinct. Women subconsciously direct their bodies toward people they feel drawn to. Most men ignore this because they think posture only matters in meetings or the gym. But in these fleeting moments, posture is a declaration. I want to engage. I want to be noticed. I want you to see me. Next is mirroring. When she likes you, she often mirrors your movements without realizing it. You scratch your chin, she touches her hair. You cross your legs, she does the same. This unconscious mimicry is a powerful psychological signal. It's her brain subtly saying, I feel connected to you. Most men miss this entirely because they're focused on the surface, her smile, her laugh. But mirroring is deeper, more intimate, more revealing. It's the body confirming what her words might hide. Pay attention to small, seemingly accidental touches. Maybe she brushes against your arm, adjusts your jacket, or lightly taps your shoulder. These aren't random, they're calibrated tests. She's seeing how you respond to closeness. If you pull back nervously, the connection falters. If you stay calm, composed, and confident, it reinforces the magnetic energy she's trying to create. Women often do this subtly to gauge emotional stability and confidence, the traits that trigger attraction. Then there's facial micro-expressions. Her eyes sparkle differently when she sees you. Her smile reaches just the corners of her eyes, or she bites her lip subtly. These tiny, fleeting expressions reveal genuine emotion that polite gestures cannot fake. Most men don't catch them because they're distracted by the obvious: laughter, conversation, overt flirtation. But micro-expressions are the truth hidden behind her social mask, a truth only the observant can decode. Finally, notice the rhythm of her movements. She may move with more fluidity, a gentle sway, or a slight pause as she approaches you. This unconscious choreography signals comfort, openness, and attraction. Men who fail to see it treat her movements as ordinary. Men who notice it? They feel the tension, the intimacy, the unspoken chemistry in real time. When you start reading these subtle cues, orientation, mirroring, touches, micro-expressions, movement rhythm, you'll begin to see greetings in a new light. They're no longer casual social rituals. They're invitations, silent confessions, and tests. Recognize them, respond with awareness, and you instantly become someone she notices differently. Someone whose presence commands attention. Now let's uncover the psychology behind her greeting. Why she does what she does, and how it's designed to test, tease, and pull you in without her saying a word. This is where most men completely miss the point. When a woman secretly likes you, every greeting is a subtle psychological experiment. She's watching your reactions, measuring your confidence, and gauging whether you're aware enough to recognize her interest. The first principle to understand is attention as power. Women instinctively know that men who notice them have higher social awareness and confidence. If she greets you in a slightly unusual way, longer eye contact, a playful tone, a little lean, it's a test. Are you aware of me? Do you see me the way I see you? Men who respond casually, who don't register these nuances, fail the test immediately. Men who notice and respond appropriately, without overreacting, trigger a chemical shift in her brain. You become memorable, magnetic, and subconsciously desirable. Next, understand the emotional breadcrumb trail. She doesn't dump all her signals at once. She spreads them carefully across time and context. Each greeting is a breadcrumb leading you closer, designed to provoke curiosity and anticipation. Maybe today it's a subtle smile, tomorrow a light touch on the arm, next week a soft laugh at your joke. Every gesture is calculated by her subconscious to see if you're paying attention and capable of emotional attunement. Most men ignore these breadcrumbs, missing the opportunity to escalate connection naturally. Then there's subtle testing of boundaries. Her greetings often probe how you handle proximity, eye contact, and playful teasing. A slight lean, a whispery tone, a raised eyebrow. These are designed to see if you can hold your ground, remain confident, and respond without desperation. Women are wired to seek security and strength. By testing you in these micro moments, she's assessing whether you embody the traits that attract her unconsciously. React poorly, and her subconscious pulls away. React well, and attraction intensifies effortlessly. Finally, understand the role of anticipation and reward. Women instinctively know that desire grows when attention is paired with subtle restraint. Her greeting isn't a declaration, it's a promise, a hint of her interest meant to spark your curiosity. Men often misread enthusiasm for disinterest or casual politeness for neutrality. But when you interpret her cues correctly, every greeting becomes a moment charged with tension, a private language of connection that elevates attraction without a single overt word being spoken. The takeaway here is critical. Her greetings are not random. They are a reflection of her subconscious evaluation of you. They are tests of awareness, confidence, and social intelligence. Recognizing them transforms every interaction from casual to magnetic. Once you understand this, you're no longer reacting blindly. You're participating in a subtle psychological dance that she instinctively wants you to lead. Now let's focus on the verbal and tonal patterns, the words she uses, the way she says them, and what those hidden signals really mean. Most men think a greeting is just a greeting. They hear hi or hey and move on, blind to the psychological code embedded in her speech. When a woman secretly likes you, every syllable, every pause, every inflection is deliberate, whether she realizes it or not. First, pay attention to word choice. She may use your name more than necessary, add playful nicknames, or make the greeting unusually personal. This isn't coincidence. Using your name repeatedly releases familiarity and connection, subtly signaling interest and creating a sense of intimacy. Men often miss it because they're focused on her smile or laughter, failing to register the subconscious closeness she's trying to build. Next is tone modulation. A soft, melodic voice, a higher pitch at the end of a word, or a slight sing-song quality isn't random. Women naturally modulate their voice to convey attraction. If you listen closely, you'll notice she emphasizes certain words when she wants to draw your attention, slows her pace to create intimacy, or lightly flirts through teasing inflection. Most men hear her laugh or her hello and think it's friendly, when it's actually a coded invitation to notice her deeper. Then there's the rhythm of speech. When she likes you, she unconsciously mirrors your cadence. If you speak slowly and deliberately, she might match your pace. If you're energetic and animated, her words may rise and fall to match yours. This mirroring creates subconscious rapport and comfort, an invisible thread pulling you together. Men who miss this assume it's coincidence. Men who notice it understand they're being synchronized emotionally in real time. Also, pay attention to small verbal quirks or filler words. She might lightly tease you, ask playful questions, or insert soft laughters and sighs into her greeting. These are subtle ways to create tension and warmth simultaneously. Women know that humor, light teasing, and playful energy build attraction faster than direct statements. The moment you recognize these signals, you understand her interest isn't polite, it's purposeful. Finally, notice response latency. How quickly does she greet you, or how long does she pause before responding? Timing is a tool of psychological influence. A slight delay or well-timed laugh increases curiosity and emotional tension. Most men interpret it as hesitation or politeness, but in reality, it's a cue of attraction, a test of your awareness, and a subtle way to pull you into her orbit. The key here is this: words are never just words when attraction is involved. Tone, rhythm, word choice, and timing are all deliberate channels of communication. Men who recognize these patterns move from being just another face in the crowd to someone she instinctively notices, desires, and remembers. Once you hear it, you can respond in ways that amplify interest and deepen connection instantly. Now it's time to pull everything together, the moment where awareness turns into power. You've noticed the subtle cues, the eyes that linger, the tone that shifts, the body that leans, the words that hint, the rhythm that mirrors. But recognizing them is only half the battle. The real transformation happens when you respond in a way that elevates attraction, a way that most men never even consider. The first principle is presence. When she greets you, don't react mechanically. Don't just nod or give a casual, "Hey." Stand fully in your awareness. Make your eyes meet hers. Hold the gaze for a heartbeat longer than normal, and let your energy communicate calm confidence. Women sense this immediately. Presence signals strength, attention, and the fact that you're not just passing through her world, you're a force in it. A confident, steady reaction turns her subtle invitation into something electric. Next is mirrored energy. Match her tone, her tempo, and her subtle body cues without overdoing it. If she leans slightly, lean just enough. If her greeting is playful, respond with warmth and a touch of humor. This creates subconscious rapport and amplifies connection. Women feel it instantly. They instinctively recognize the man who is in tune with their energy versus the man who's unaware. Most men overcomplicate this. The truth is simple. Subtle alignment, confident engagement, and emotional attunement make you magnetic. Then comes measured intrigue. Don't over-explain your response and don't try to impress. Let your words be intentional but light, your gestures calm but confident. A simple smile, a pause that feels deliberate, a playful nod or comment, these create emotional tension that she craves. Women are wired to respond to men who balance confidence with mystery. React too eagerly and you lose the pull. React with composure and awareness, and you amplify desire. Another critical point is consistency. She's testing you not in a single greeting, but over repeated interactions. Each time you notice and respond appropriately, you reinforce her subconscious sense that you're attuned, stable, and worth her attention. Miss it once, and the spark dims. Nail it repeatedly, and you become someone she anticipates seeing, someone she seeks, someone who dominates her thoughts without a single forced effort. Finally, emotional calibration. Your goal isn't just to be seen, you want her to feel the shift you create. Make her aware of your energy without words. Make her curious, intrigued, and subtly excited by your presence. This is the invisible alchemy of attraction. When executed well, greetings stop being trivial social rituals. They become your secret weapon, the opening move in a psychological game that most men never even notice is being played. Remember this: the woman who secretly likes you doesn't need to announce it. She drops clues, small and precise, and she watches your response. When you notice, understand, and respond with awareness, you don't just become memorable, you become irresistible. That's the power hidden in a greeting, and once you master it, you're no longer just another man passing through her world. You're the man she can't stop thinking about,